Chosen One. A massive win is coming specifically for you. Get ready. There are moments in life when the energy around you starts to shift, when the path ahead begins to align perfectly, even if you can't yet see the full picture. This message is one of those sacred confirmations. A massive win is coming. Yes, specifically for you. Not by accident, not by coincidence, but by divine alignment and the power of your presence in this world. This isn't just a small success or a lucky moment. This is a life-shifting breakthrough designed with your name on it. You've waited, you've worked, you've cried in silence, and now the universe is moving on your behalf. Get ready, because everything is about to change. Before we dive into this powerful message, stay with me until the end of this video. There's something here your soul has been needing to hear, and it's going to remind you of who you truly are. As you watch, type your warmest wishes in the comments below. Speak them into the universe and seal them with the number 777, the frequency of completion and divine power. This is how we energize the field around us and let the universe know we're ready to receive. The wish you write today may be the miracle that meets you tomorrow. Now, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's talk about why this massive win is not only coming your way, but why it is meant specifically for you. You see, life has a way of pushing the chosen ones through the darkest tunnels. Not because you're weak, but because your strength is being carved through experience. Every hardship, every rejection, every moment of confusion wasn't a punishment. It was preparation. It was the universe sharpening your inner weapon, your vision, your faith, your resilience. You've endured cycles where nothing made sense. People you trusted turned away. Opportunities slipped through your hands like sand. You prayed, waited, and wondered if your time would ever come. But through all of that, you didn't give up. You stayed the course. You held the vision in your heart, even when the world around you seemed to contradict it. That's not just perseverance. That's divine alignment. That's spiritual stamina. And now, because of all that quiet faith, the universe is sending you something too big to miss, something you don't have to chase. It's going to find you. This win isn't random. It's not just something good happening. It's strategic. It's intentional. It's the moment where everything flips in your favor. The kind of win that rewrites your story, repositions your name, and elevates your presence. It's the moment where people who doubted you will wonder how it happened so fast. But you'll know. You'll know it came after years of silent endurance, spiritual battles, and trusting when there was no evidence. This isn't karma. It's divine justice. And it's about to hit your life like a tidal wave of blessing. This win will touch every area of your life. It won't just be financial, though abundance is certainly part of it. It's emotional restoration. It's mental peace. It's spiritual confirmation. It's waking up in the morning and feeling the weight of the past finally lift. It's looking in the mirror and seeing the glow that comes from knowing that your season of waiting has ended. This win will give you options, opportunities, and outcomes that used to live only in your dreams. It will expand your world. It will clear your path. It will connect you with people and places that reflect the next level of your destiny. And this next level, make no mistake, is already forming around you. The signs are there, even if they're subtle. The restlessness you feel? It's not anxiety. It's anticipation. That sudden clarity in your thoughts? That's your higher self preparing for arrival. The detachment from things and people who no longer align? That's the universe making room. This is what the transition phase looks like. It's not comfortable, but it's necessary. Because when this win comes, it won't come to the version of you that was playing small or dimming your light. It's coming to the version of you that has claimed your worth and chosen to rise. You may be wondering how, or when, or from where. But this kind of win doesn't follow the logic of the world. It comes from the divine blueprint of your life, the one written before you were even born, the one that says, at this point in your journey, you receive the reward, and nothing, not a delay, not a person, not even your own doubts, can block what's been divinely scheduled for your life. Your job isn't to figure it out. Your job is to stay aligned, stay expectant, and stay open. The delivery is already in progress. With God's blessings, you are invited to bless this message by giving a divine gift of $20 or more through the Super Thanks button on YouTube. Together, let's spread faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into your own life, but also to those who need it most. Your generosity becomes a seed of inspiration and healing for countless souls. Yes, people will be surprised. They'll wonder how it happened for you. They'll question your rise, not knowing the battles you fought in private. They weren't there when you cried yourself to sleep. They didn't see you encourage yourself when nobody else did. They don't know how many times you felt like quitting, but didn't. And that's why this win is for you. Because you kept walking even with tired legs. You kept believing even with a weary heart. You kept showing up even when it looked like nothing was happening. And now, the reward is coming fast. So fast that you won't have time to doubt it. You'll just have to receive it. It might start with a message, a call, an idea, or a door you didn't expect. But when it shows up, something in your spirit will say, "This is it." That's the moment everything clicks. That's the moment you'll realize the struggle wasn't in vain. The loneliness wasn't for nothing. The silence was sacred. It was the space where you were being refined, not rejected. And now, the energy has shifted. You're not just waiting anymore. You're stepping into fulfillment, into ease, into overflow, into the season where you no longer survive. You thrive. Get ready, chosen one. This isn't a test. It's a transition. You're being elevated, upgraded, placed in rooms where your voice will matter, and your presence will shift atmospheres. Your light is going to be seen, not because you're trying to be noticed, but because it can no longer be hidden. That massive win? It's coming to locate you. And it won't be subtle. It'll be undeniable. The kind of win that silences every doubt and makes you whisper, "So this is what it feels like when the universe moves for me." Stay grounded. Stay focused. Stay thankful. You are on the edge of something major. The signs, the synchronicities, the nudges you've been feeling, they're all pointing to the same truth. Something extraordinary is on its way. And it's not coming for everyone. It's coming specifically for you. Because the universe remembers. It never forgot your tears. It never ignored your prayers. It never overlooked your faithfulness. Now it's time to collect. Time to rise. Time to receive. This is your moment. Your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't entered yet. Your energy is calling in the things that match your frequency. Your path is being cleared. Your breakthrough is closer than it's ever been. And when it hits, it's going to make sense. All of it. The waiting, the wondering, the pain, the pressure. It was all part of the setup. And now the universe is ready to deliver. You've earned this. You've grown into this. You've aligned with this. This is what happens when a chosen one refuses to give up. This is what it looks like when destiny says, "Now." A massive win is coming. And it's coming specifically for you. Get ready. You've entered a divine countdown, chosen one. The massive win that's heading toward you is not some distant, far-off fantasy. It is already in motion, already carrying your name, already being drawn into your life through the magnetic power of your readiness. And that readiness didn't happen overnight. It was built over time, through countless moments of inner growth, self-reflection, and spiritual fire. You are not who you used to be. And because of that, what's coming can no longer be delayed. You've become a match for the magnitude of what you asked for. That's why it's coming now. That's why it's specific. That's why it's unstoppable. Let's be honest. There were times you felt overlooked. Times it seemed like everyone else was winning, while you were left holding on to a hope that barely whispered back. You watched others get picked. You celebrated others' victories while secretly wondering when your turn would come. But here's the truth. You were never behind. You were never forgotten. You were being held back for something greater than you could have imagined. Because you weren't meant for quick wins. You were being positioned for a massive win. A win that would be so precise, so divine, so custom-fit to your soul, that it would change the entire narrative of your life. This is the win that confirms the calling on your life. The win that makes everything you've been through make sense. Not just to others, but to you. It's the moment when the pain of the past transforms into the foundation of your power. You begin to understand that the loneliness, the isolation, the inner battles, they were the training ground for a level of purpose you weren't ready to carry until now. The win that's coming isn't just a reward, it's a responsibility. It's an initiation into a higher realm of existence, where your influence, your story, and your light will reach further than ever before. And yes, people will begin to notice. Not because you've asked for attention, but because your energy will be too powerful to ignore. You'll walk into spaces and shift the atmosphere. You'll speak and people will feel it in their spirit. You'll move through life not with arrogance, but with undeniable alignment. Because once the massive win arrives, you'll stop second-guessing yourself. You'll stop shrinking to fit places that never deserved your light in the first place. You'll start showing up as who you were always meant to be. And that changes everything. This win is coming with speed, swift movement. It's not crawling into your life. It's flying toward you because time has caught up with your destiny. The delay is over. The wait is broken. What once felt stuck will now move with divine momentum. The obstacles that once stood like giants before you are crumbling. Not because you fought them harder, but because you've spiritually outgrown them. The vibration you now carry can no longer coexist with limitation. And that's why things are going to start shifting so quickly that you'll barely be able to keep up with the breakthroughs. Your life is about to bloom in ways you never imagined possible. Hidden talents are going to surface. Forgotten dreams are going to be revived. Opportunities you didn't even know existed will appear, and they'll be tailor-made for you. These aren't just doors opening randomly. These are divine appointments, specific blessings that have been preserved for this very moment in your timeline. Because when it's your time, it's your time. No force in the world can block what's been sealed by the universe itself. And yet, in this rise, remain grounded. Stay centered in the truth of who you are. Because this win is not meant to inflate your ego. It's meant to elevate your impact. You're being blessed so you can become a blessing. You're being lifted so you can lift others. The win you're receiving is not just about wealth, or success, or recognition. It's about legacy. It's about fulfilling the reason you were sent here. It's about becoming the living, breathing proof that anything is possible when you refuse to give up on your divine timeline. There's going to be a moment soon when it all clicks. You'll feel it, not just mentally, but in your bones, in your energy. You'll wake up, and something will be different. The air will feel lighter. Your thoughts will feel clearer. Your body will move with more ease. That's the sign that you've entered the receiving phase. That's the confirmation that you're not striving anymore. You're magnetizing. And that's the most powerful place to be. Because when you become magnetic, everything that is meant for you comes directly to you. You no longer have to chase. You just attract. And the truth is, this wind has been trying to reach you for a while now. But it had to wait until you were fully ready to receive it without self-sabotaging it. The universe doesn't withhold out of cruelty. It waits out of love. Because what's coming is too valuable to be given to someone who isn't ready to carry it. But now, you're ready. You've done the work. You've healed the wounds. You've cleared the blocks. You've grown into someone who no longer questions their worth, their place, or their power. That's why it's happening now. So trust this process. Trust the sudden alignments. Trust the unexpected invitations. Trust the deep, unshakable knowing in your gut that says, it's time. Because it is. And once it begins, there will be no stopping it. The flow will be so intense, so abundant, that you'll be catching blessings in every direction. What used to be hard will become easy. What once drained you will now excite you. What once seemed impossible will become your new normal. And in the midst of it all, remember to stay grateful. Gratitude is the bridge between manifestation and multiplication. The more you appreciate what comes, the more will be given. Not because you're asking, but because you're showing the universe you're aligned. Gratitude keeps you in flow. It keeps you connected to the source of your strength. And that connection is what will carry you through this next chapter. Chosen one, a massive win is coming specifically for you. Not because you demanded it, not because you manipulated anything to make it happen, but because you trusted, surrendered, and became the kind of person who is capable of holding it. That's real power. That's real alignment. And now, you're about to see what that kind of preparation produces. So breathe deep, smile often, celebrate even before it arrives. Because the vibration of joy is the final key to unlock it all. Let it find you smiling. Let it find you glowing. Let it find you already living as if it's done. Because it is. The energy has already shifted. The gates are open. And what's on the other side of that gate is yours by divine right. What you're stepping into now is not temporary. It's not a fleeting moment. It's a permanent shift. A new dimension of life that you were always destined for. But now, finally, you are walking into it fully. Whole. Healed. Ready. The win is on its way. And it's not just any win. It's your win. So don't worry if things feel intense right now. That's the final stretch before the shift. Right before the manifestation lands, the energy often tightens. That's the contraction before the birth. It's not a sign that things are going wrong. It's a sign that everything is coming together. It's your spirit expanding to make room for the magnitude of what's about to enter your life. Trust it. Move with it. Don't resist the release. Let go of the old and let the new rush in. You might feel the pull to isolate, to rest more, to daydream more. Listen to that. Your soul is making space. Your spirit is downloading what's next. Let the old identity dissolve. Let the old stories fade. You're not that version of yourself anymore. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to hustle or grind. What's coming is coming because of who you are, not what you do. Your alignment is the signal. Your energy is the invitation. And your energy has never been this clear. The air around you is shifting. The timeline is bending. Your future is catching up with you at record speed. This is what divine timing feels like. And you'll look back at this moment and realize everything was always leading here. Every detour, every delay, every disappointment, it all served a purpose. Because if you had received this massive win any earlier, you wouldn't have been ready. But now you are. Not just ready to receive, but ready to sustain, ready to expand, ready to multiply. The version of you that you've become, resilient, aligned, powerful, is a match for the life that's about to unfold. And it's going to unfold beautifully, abundantly, and rapidly. This isn't about hype, it's about prophecy. It's about spiritual reality catching up with physical reality. It's about timing meeting preparation. It's about your name being called in rooms you've never entered. It's about doors opening not because you knocked, but because your presence demanded it. So prepare yourself, not in fear, but in faith. Get your spirit in position. Get your heart wide open. Start moving like the win is already here. Speak like it's done. Walk like it's yours. Create from a place of completion. Because the truth is, it's already yours. What's coming is not a gift. It's a confirmation, a reflection, a divine echo of your inner transformation. You've been glowing in the spirit. Now the physical world is catching up. Chosen one, everything is about to change. Not just a little, not just here and there, but completely. A full shift, a full circle, a full manifestation. Get excited, get prepared, get into the frequency of receiving. Because what's coming to you is too big to miss, too precise to question, too powerful to delay. This is your moment. This is your arrival. The win is coming, specifically for you.